Hey, this is Josh Matthews Morgan with Learn Your Brain. And today I want to share with you a cool analogy for how to transform your mindset really fast and what you need to do in order to do that. And here's the analogy. It's a lot like surgery, right? It's a lot like performing surgery in a couple ways, right? Not in every way. You don't cut your brain open and implant new beliefs in there, but there's a really, really key similarity between surgery and fixing your mindset in what we call a transformational way, which means a sudden shift, right? You experiencing a sudden shift in your mindset. And that is like, imagine you go to a surgeon, and this happened to me. So I'll give my example. I had a surgery on my shoulder when I was younger from a wrestling injury. And, the surgeon, when he met me, he first, did some diagnostics, did some testing on it. Then I had an MRI on the shoulder to really see what was going on under the surface. And based on that information that he got from me, he could really easily pinpoint the source of the problem, which was that my shoulder capsule was expanded and there was some frayed tissue in my shoulder, blah, 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 whatever. I don't remember all the details. But based on that very specific diagnosis from being able to, image it and see it, he said, okay, here's my game plan for surgery. I'm going to go in, I'm going to, clean up this tissue here that I could see that's damaged. I'm going to insert this little heat capsule to help shrink your shoulder back in, and voila, right? So very clear imagery and very clear diagnosis, right? And now imagine if that surgeon, instead of doing all that testing and seeing what was going on and the problem, imagine if he just said, okay, your shoulder's hurting. Let's just cut it open. Let's cut it open, all the way. Let's see what we've got in there, and I'll see if I can fix something. I'll just sew some stuff up and attach it. Imagine if that was their approach to surgery, right? Not good. Like, you need to know what the exact problem is before you can fix it with surgery. Same exact thing applies to shifting limiting beliefs, shifting feelings, right? Every single transformational method that I'm aware of, there might be some that skip this step, but I don't believe there are any that do. The first thing you have to do is accurately diagnose what the belief is or what the problem is. Accurately pinpoint it. And just like with surgery, you don't always know what the real problem is until you can really identify it, right? So the emotional brain, the reason for that is that a lot of the stuff that happens at a very subconscious, deeper levels of the brain, and we're not even aware of having learned the lesson or taken on that belief that might be tripping us up now. We don't even know in many cases where we got it from. We often, like surgery, we often know the symptoms of what we're dealing with. For example, I'm avoiding doing this task, or I constantly procrastinate before I do anything, or maybe I lack confidence in myself. Those are symptoms of a deeper problem, right? But we don't always know the exact root cause, the specific belief or beliefs that are at the heart of that issue. But in order to shift it, in my experience, you have to identify the feeling first, right? You have to accurately pinpoint it and say, this is the thing. So this is one reason why a lot of approaches to changing mindset fail is that they don't do a good job of identifying feelings appropriately and beliefs appropriately. Even many therapists struggle to do this. They don't either get deep enough, or they're not hitting the nail right on the head to identify the feeling. So we are, in our company, we're exceptionally good at doing that, at changing beliefs quickly, because we have lots of tools. A couple of reasons. We have lots of tools to bring it to the surface and to pinpoint that sucker. And more than even just that, we have a lot of experience doing it. Before I even started working with clients doing this type of belief shifting work, I had probably shifted, this is no joke, probably hundreds of beliefs and feelings on my own, on myself, prior to even starting to working with people. And so I got a real sense of what to look for. I know how do I put this? The dichotomy of a belief, like how a belief, the anatomy of a belief, I should say, how a belief is really structured, how to look for them, all sorts of things. Lots of experience, and doing this with clients, of course, too, for lots of years. So if you want that type of transformational work and that type of transformational surgery, the good news is that we don't have to cut open anything. We don't have to hurt you in any way, shape, or form while we're doing this process. But we do have a program called the Mindset Mastery Coaching Program, which will help you pinpoint and shift your own limiting beliefs holding you back. We work with you in two ways. We help you with the surgery. We help you identify it and shift it by working with you one-on-one. And the big difference between belief shifting work and surgery is that you can do it on your own, right? You can actually shift your own beliefs on your own once you know the steps, once you know what to look for, once you know how to discover and figure out what's going on under the surface. So that's the exciting thing. And that's what we do in our program. That's the main outcome you'll get from it is being able to shift things as serious as confidence, lack of confidence, imposter syndrome, procrastination and avoidance. Basically any sort of negative behavioral or any negative feeling, anxiety, things like that, can be shifted very quickly once you know the steps for how to do it. So if you'd like our help with that, you can reach out to me directly, shoot me a DM and ask me about the program. It's not a fit for everyone, and we don't try to sell everyone into it too, because we want to give you the best possible resource to move you forward, whether that's working with us or not. So cool. So reach out to me there. I'll throw a link for a free strategy session, a breakthrough session with me if you're interested in reaching out to chat. But yeah, that's it. So hope you enjoyed the analogy. I think it holds very true based on my years and years of experience. You got to identify those suckers first before you can shift them. And sometimes, and actually that's the hardest part. It really is the hardest part. Shifting a belief is not difficult. Identifying the belief can be difficult. So just wanted to leave you with this quick tip and quick pointer, and I'll talk to you soon.